What's good, y'all? It's your girl Tara J with HotxxMagOnlineRadio, and we got another special guest. Woo! We on a roll this year, y'all. I told y'all we about to have the guests popping out, not only on live, not via interview/audio, but we in person and live with it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that y'all ready for my special guest today, Diz the Poet.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's poppin'? How you been?
I've been good. Been working.
Yeah.
I stay working.
Okay. Literally, y'all, if y'all haven't gone check out Diz the Poet, make sure y'all go follow him, especially after this interview. We'll let you know where to follow him at the end if you aren't already. And for those of you who don't know, Diz the Poet been on his grind, okay? Been dropping songs, been in reality shows, been in movies, and we about to talk about all that today. So, for the people who are just now tuning in, let the people know how you first got started in music.
So actually I first got started as a spoken word artist. Like in 2013. Well, actually I've been writing poetry all my life, but I just started sharing it in like 2013. That's when I hit the stage with a show called Poetry.com, where poets meet comedians. We toured the city, we played in different spots.
Nice.
And then in 2020, I got together with some family members or whatnot, and we got a record label.
Okay.
And then once I started hearing the artists and things like that, inspired me to do music, so I started putting my lyrics to music.
Nice. Oh my goodness. So that's dope. So, since you started making music, what would you say the experience has been like so far?
It's like everything was fast forwarded to me, like, because a lot of people been out here, they've been grinding, making music for years or whatnot. I've only been making music for going on 3 years. But it was like I was put on a fast track because I had so much knowledge around me, because I have cousins that's rappers, cousins that's producers, cousins that's in the business, you know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody does their part in the label, so I learned quickly from them.
Nice. And I mean, that's dope to, have family that's in the business as well, because you just never know when it comes to, music. There's so much to learn in the business. And I feel like when you have people that's associated in the business, it makes it easier for you to learn and also have fun while doing it. Because I know being a music artist can be stressful, especially depending on the city you're in. I see a lot of music artists, kind of sometimes complain or applaud their city. You kind of get both. But, with you being in Pittsburgh, been in the music game for 3 years, plus having family in the music, what is your intake on the music scene here in Pittsburgh?
Compared to other cities, it seems to me like Pittsburgh is like a crab in a barrel atmosphere.
Yeah.
Everybody's fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I see it, I think it would be a lot different if everybody kind of worked together.
Yeah.
You see other artists that you like, give them their flowers, give them their credit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't always about being in competition. You gotta, I think it would be, everything would be a lot better if everybody uplifted everybody, showed love.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the negativity.
Yeah, exactly, definitely. And I understand that too, and I agree. I feel like when it comes to the city, there's so much talent that if y'all all came together, it would work. And it can blow Pittsburgh and put Pittsburgh on the map, just like Atlanta. I have to put LA out there too, because there's a lot of West Coast rappers that work together. And even in the West Coast, we already know it's not always peaches and cream in there. It's rough down there too. But when it comes to music, they all ride together. And I think that's what's really important. And when it comes to riding together, when it comes to you and your music, I know that you got certain select people that you do work with in the music industry here. And, would you like to talk about that a little bit more?
Sure. I kind of want to work with a lot of people, for real, but it ain't always like that sometimes, you know what I mean? Some people want to know, like, what do you have out, or you on this and that, or what accomplishments have you made? Like if I hear an artist and I really like them, I'll ask them if they want to collab or do whatever, whatnot. Like, I'll give an example. They came back at me, well, do you have music out on Spotify or whatnot? They gave me a third degree, basically. And I had to tell them, and I showed them, I do have a lot of music out and whatnot. But they gave me the third degree, and when I looked at theirs, they had 3 songs. So that made me feel a certain type of way. I mean, it's all about trying to grow with me.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
And I'm a true believer in each one teach one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And what I know, I'm willing to give. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely. And I feel like that's what's good, and I feel like that's why a lot of people are rocking with you too, besides the talent that you do have, is that you're willing to, be in things, and you're willing to take advantage of things and help people. And I think that's really cool, you know what I mean? And now, I know not only are you a music artist, but you also help manage music artists as well. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So I've helped Nelse. She's a very talented rapper. She got a lot of great music out. Check her out. She's on all platforms, all streaming platforms. Also, got a new artist. Her name is Nelse. Great singer, great voice, great strong voice. So she has a few things up and coming as well.
Nice. Now, how has it been? I mean, because you mentioned two ladies. How has it been working with the ladies?
Well, I love working with the ladies, you know what I mean? Not like that, but you know what I mean. I'm a gentleman, you know what I mean? And sometimes I guess when you work with guys, a lot of aggression can come in, disagreements and whatnot. Whereas the ladies, if there's a disagreement, I just gotta do what they say. No, I mean?
Definitely. No, that can definitely be, a pro and a con.
Yeah.
But if you guys haven't heard of neither woman, Lissa, right?
Yes.
Or Nugs. Girl, I told you I ain't gonna mispronounce your name again. But Lissa or Nugs, they're super dope. I think you should check them out. Nugs, she got her own little style and delivery when it comes to rapping. Lissa, she got an amazing voice, like you said, singing. Super talented as well. But I must ask you, because you mentioned working with the ladies, but what would your intake be on collaborating with other rappers and producers, either in the city or outside of the city?
I welcome it, even more in the city, for real. But I welcome outside as well. If they mess with my music and like what I do. When I hear somebody, like I said, I'll reach out to them, and hopefully someone like what I'm saying or like what they hear from me, they'll do the same. You know what I mean?
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's about building, networking, y'all. And that's what it's really about. I feel like some people, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people start off in the game with this ego that they gotta feel like they're the best, which is nothing wrong with it to a certain extent. I feel like a lot of people get in the game, they get a little bit of buzz, and they're like, oh, now I'm charging outrageous prices, and oh, I don't want to do this because I'm too good for that. And, in my opinion, I feel like when you're starting off and up and coming, I wouldn't say be willing to do anything, but be open to doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, if it makes sense. Especially when you first start off, it's not always going to result in getting paid for something. Some things may be, oh, you're volunteering, or you're in a movie, or you're in this, and you're not getting paid, but later will lead to big bucks. So, when it came to you starting off, like you said, you started 3 years ago with music. You recently were actually featured in a new independent movie called Unsung Birds.
Yes. That's been a lot of fun doing Unsung Birds. I really like it. I like the concept of it. 'Cause I'm old school. And it's coming in the era that I like. Music's my favorite, like in the 80s and 90s. It's just been a great experience for me.
Oh yeah. Now, word on the street is your character is, full of surprises throughout the film. But for the people who are looking forward to the movie, what's your character's name in the movie?
My character is Carlisle. He's a promoter. He's kind of mild-mannered, like me on one side, but behind closed doors, he can be a little different.
I'm super excited to see this movie. I mean, it's coming together so well. And I must ask you, when it comes to being a music artist where you have to, put a persona on, and then you go into a film and put another persona and character on, how has that experience been? Do you feel like it's something you would want to continue doing acting, or is it just something you're like, I'm doing it one time and then I'm cool?
Well, to me, it's kind of like making music, because to me, each song has a different persona. It takes on different forms. And you got to get into character of the song that you're writing or performing. So it's just like that. Just like I can be this person in this movie, I can go to the next movie, be a different type of movie, be a different type of person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, versatile.
Yeah, it's very true. And a lot of time when people act in movies, they say there's certain parts in the movie that they can really relate to because they've been through that. And, you know, with you being a music artist, and like you said, it's staged more so in the 80s and 90s, your favorite era. Would you say during the filming of Unsung Birds, there was a time in the script that you felt like, oh, I could really feel this because I've been through this?
Yeah, I got to see a different view of things, and I felt it because it really happened to me. Like, promoters make decisions, or producers make decisions without the artist's knowledge, and which ain't right, you know what I mean? It could take a lot of positive energy away from that artist, you know, make it feel negative about the whole situation.
That is very true. Definitely.
So I definitely felt that.
Yes, I do feel like, you know, when it comes to music, that the producer, manager, and artist need to be on the same level and the same tip, because if not, it just causes confusion. And I mean, even you may know that, because I said you manage artists as well. And with that being said, you know, I wonder, because I never managed an artist myself, but I hear a lot from different managers that it's not always easy. You get so many different personalities, things don't always click. So in your opinion, and based off your experience, have you worked with a music artist so far that was difficult to work with?
I wouldn't say difficult, but it's a relationship. And with any relationship you're in, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a significant other, whether it be a family member, you have to keep an open line of communication. You have to communicate with any relationship so both parties understands what's going on.
That's very true, definitely, especially in the music business. Oh my goodness, because y'all, if you're not in the music business, it's a lot. We may make it look good, we may make it look easy, but woo, it's a lot on the mental. It could be, you know, a lot of physically too. But you know, a lot of people like you and your artists, y'all keep pushing through it every day. And you know, I seen something recently that on Facebook and social media, Instagram, Twitter, people were complaining about their mental health. And a lot of people don't realize that being a music artist, producer, manager, all of that weighs in on your mental. And, you know, as a music artist, because I wonder, and I'm sure people are wondering what your tactics are as far as getting over that when you have mental breakdowns or anxiety. What do you do as a music artist to get through it?
Take it in the studio with me and let it out. That's it. if I wasn't doing music right now, I don't know what would be going on with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So much going on in this world today.
Yes, it definitely is. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't realize music is an art, it's a skill, but it's also a vacation, it's a getaway. Like you said, some people write in a diary, some people write in a journal, some people jog, exercise. Y'all know I ain't finna exercise, so I'm finna to get on here and talk to all of y'all, you know, but some people hit the gym. Some people write music, like you said, write poetry, you know, and I feel like what you said, a lot of people nowadays, if you're going through things, depression, anxiety, or just anger issues, or just want to let some stuff out, try to write a song. And if you're not an artist, write in a journal, you know, write in a diary, do something. But I feel like, you know, it's a good exercise for you when you're going through mental stuff, definitely. And, you know, we were touching a minute ago on you being in Unsung Birds, but also you were also a part of Hustle Hard to Get It reality show.
Yes, I was. Now, I've been in movies before, but this was my first reality show. And it was a learning experience. I had a ball, though. You know what I mean? I enjoyed meeting everyone in the cast. You know.
Yes. Now, before going into the reality show, because like you said, it was your first reality show, what was your expectations going into it?
Actually, I didn't have any expectations. I was just going in eyes wide open, ears wide open, peeping to see.
Definitely. And before you joined, you know, Hustle Hard to Get It reality show, did you watch previous reality shows before?
Like, I used to watch Love and Hip Hop when it first came out and stuff like that, but I really wasn't into reality show type dudes or whatnot. And
yeah.
Especially when they get to the wild stuff, because I'm kind of laid back. But, you know, it was cool. It was cool. And I definitely started watching reality shows after that.
Now, you know, like you said, you're pretty laid back. You were laid back through the whole thing. If you guys never seen Hustle Hard to Get It, make sure y'all check that out on YouTube. Reunion is coming real soon. We shot that about a month and a half ago, so it's coming. Y'all just gotta be patient. But Diz the Poet he was super chill and neutral through the whole situation. But things got kind of wild off and on. And now, during the processing, when things did get wild, how did you feel as a cast member?
I actually felt like, let me get my phone. I wanted to record what's going on. Like, oh snap, world star.
Yes. And there were some parts when, especially, well, I won't tell you everything. Y'all gotta go watch it. But there was a part when we were all out and stuff was transparent, and I seen you in the corner just with the phone. And I was cracking up, just cracking up. So, you know, would you ever do it again?
Yeah, I believe I would. I believe I would.
Man, and you guys, Just the Poet not only been doing music, managing music artists, consistently dropping things, being in movies, reality shows, but he actually has his own reality show coming up soon, real soon on Hot and Glow Network that, you know, we'll be announcing real soon. But I want your intake on that. Are you excited?
Yes, I am. This is me excited. I'm laid back, you know what I mean?
Super chill. That is super dope. So, you know, I've heard that you've been in the studio working on some new music recently.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of the people want to know, are we expecting an EP, a mixtape, or are you just about to drop some singles on us?
I'm gonna let that be a surprise.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I mean? Let that be a surprise. Whatever waves it comes, that's how it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what I hope for. I hope for an EP because from the what do you call it? From the hair of it. When I listen to the songs, y'all, which we can't spill the tea yet, but when we listen to the songs, they're super dope. I feel like it's a different side of Diz. So y'all gonna be super excited to hear it. I don't want to give too much out because, like you said, y'all gotta wait. But you know, so what's next for Diz the Poet besides the movies, reality show, and music?
It's a blank canvas. I'm painting it as I go. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I'm just going to go with it. Just give me the brush and some paints, and you know what I mean? Let it flow.
Definitely. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So you know, what's next for Diz as far as performing? Do you have any shows lined up coming up soon?
Actually, I do not. I'm just staying in the studio I'm actually looking for other local producers. I'm trying to show everybody some love, you know what I mean? I like, if you're a producer that can make a 90s type, R&B type beat with a bop, hit me up, you know what I mean?
Nice. Okay.
And I'm looking for all local producers.
When it comes to working with other music artists in the city, what type of styles are you looking for?
Whatever the beat is laid.
True.
You know, because I write to the beat most of the time. If it's like a trap beat, then I'm looking for a trap type artist.
Gotcha.
If it's a R&B, smooth type beat, I'll be looking for a male or female singing artist. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Or if it's just like a pop beat, we're looking for artists who can do pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Now, you know, what is it like in the studio with Diz the Poet? Because when I used to be in the studio, I used to have to write before I went, or I was super nervous and didn't want to record in front of other people. Nelse D know, I used to be in there and it might be like two other people. I'd be like, I ain't get on our mic till we clear the studio. So for Diz, you know, if there's other people in the studio, are you willing to do your verse, or do you like it cleared out?
I actually like other people in there because I think it makes it better when there's other input. They might see you be able to do something a little better, give you a hint on how to do this or how this sounds or whatnot. I like critique. I like what's it called? Criticism.
Yeah, constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. And like one of my artists, Lissa, she said this. She's like, when I get in the studio, I'm a totally different person. It's like I get on the mic and get aggressive with it or just go with it. I don't see it, but that's what she said.
I mean, but that could be a good thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, the alter ego come out. But, you know, even for her, you know, Lissa, shout out to her again. She's super boisterous, which I love it. Because when she step in the room, you're going to know she's there. She makes it known. Mm-hmm. And her voice is something that you can't forget. Like, it just sticks. So, you know, when it comes to you signing other music artists, are you looking to sign other ones right now, or are you just cruising with the two that you got?
I can't say that I am looking, but I can't say that I'm not, because if something wows me like that, I may approach them for it. You know what I mean? But it's I'm not like recruiting or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if it happens, it happens.
Yeah. So when y'all see Diz out, y'all better show y'all best, and y'all better, if y'all performing, do your best show. Okay. So you know, if when it comes to being in the music business, there's a lot of ups and downs, and there's a lot of things you go through that you may struggle with or you may be great at. So since you started doing music, what would you say your biggest struggle was in starting?
So, I don't consider myself a singer. I'm not really a great singer. So, when I would try to get artists, like if you're not known, other artists don't really want to work with you, or they'll make empty promises. I had so many artists promise that they're just going to make it to the studio, field and things like that. But I'm the type of person that's not going to let nothing stop me. Feel like, so if I ain't got nobody here to sing it, I guess I'm going to have to sing it. Better auto-tune that thing up,
Okay.
But eventually I got a little better each time, so I'm more comfortable with trying now. So you know what I mean? But
and that's dope. And again, it's a learning experience, because now, let's say you never knew that you can do that. I guess you know now.
yeah.
But and I feel like it's a shame too, because like you said, and I feel like a lot of music artists battle with that. The artists say, "Oh, we're gonna be here, come collaborate with you, or come do a show with you," and did not show up.
Yeah.
And they don't realize time is money. Whether it's a show, whether it's the studio, a music video. And people don't realize too, if it's you and another artist and you need them there for that, it kind of screws you up at the end of the day.
Yeah, and this music thing is a constant investment. You're constantly paying. And you pay a lot before you start recuperating anything you pay. Like you said, time is money.
Time is money, for sure. So, if somebody was to start off doing music now, would you recommend for them to start off doing solo things just so that they're more prepared, rather than reaching out and working with people right away? Or would you say definitely reach out, start working with people right away, and work on solo stuff after?
I would say do both.
Okay.
I did both. I tried to do both. And it helps the growth process. But if you're more of a private person, I would say stack your catalog.
Yes.
Get yourself together, and when you feel more comfortable with working with others, that's when you work with others. But don't stop writing, and don't stop. Say, like, if you got something that you need somebody on, still write it.
Yeah.
Still lay it. Put that to the side till you get somebody, you know what I mean, that you feel comfortable with working with it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Because like I said, with certain people, and like you said, with your experience, you had family already that was in the music. So you weren't alone coming into it. And then you were doing your solo, you work with other artists, then you had your artists, you still work with other artists. That's how it was with Nelse D. Work with him, started my own thing, work with him, then do my own thing, do the same thing.
Shout out to Nelse D.
Yes.
For going Addicted.
Yes.
Diamonds. I got a couple tracks with Nelse D.
Yes. Let's talk about Addicted, because that song's lit. That is streaming on HotxxMagOnlineRadio, you guys. If you haven't checked it out, make sure y'all check it out. But, let the people know, how did you even come up with the idea to put Lissa and Nelse D on that track?
So, it's like, when I hear music, I hear certain things being said with the music, or a certain type of voice. And they're both dope artists. I like how they both sound, and I knew that it would just come together.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely
did. Oh man, I remember Nelse was telling me, he's like, "Yeah, I'm finna go to the studio." I said, "Oh, cool. Who you recording with?" He said, "Diz." I said, "Diz?" I said, "Oh, okay, that's gonna be fire." Like, and then I remember you dropped a snippet, and I was like, "Oh, this is fire." Okay, that was a good mix, because I feel like Nelse D brought his style, you had your style, Lissa had her style. It just all mixed together, and it was dope.
Yeah, that's why I love collaborations. You know what I mean?
Yes, and it was produced by Nelse D, right?
Yes.
Yeah, super
Nelse D
dope.
production.
Nice. So, who do you plan on collaborating with next if you get a chance to? Because there's a lot of dope.
So, I would like to collaborate with, I'm going to name a few folks from the Hustle Hard to Get It cast.
Okay.
I'd like to collaborate with the Chiseler Man.
Yes.
I would like to collaborate with Boogie.
Yes. That would be crazy.
I'd like to collaborate, especially collaborate with you.
Yes.
Everybody from the cast, for real.
Yes.
Other member people, I like to collaborate with Annie Mae. Who else can I name?
Annie Mae would be dope. Shout out to Annie Mae.
and definitely if I do something trap, I'd like to collaborate with Ruzy.
Oh yeah, Ruzy Roo.
Oh, and I can't forget I would like to collaborate with Lula Grad.
Oh, LAL. Okay.
No, those are just to name a few artists, but there's so many artists out here, and I never knew it was this many artists until I got into it.
Yeah, there's tons of artists, and that's why, you know, when it comes to the city, I really wish we can, whatever differences you have or feel like whatever, put that aside and work together, because the talent is crazy. Like, there's so many people I wouldn't mind working with, but I just, like you said, you kind of pick and choose based off of the seriousness of it. Mm-hmm. Are they serious? Do I feel like you're going to show up, or are you just going to BS? And at the end of the day, time is money, you guys.
Yeah, because I feel like there ain't no way that Pittsburgh shouldn't be on the map. No. There's too much talent here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yes. I don't know what's holding us back. I really don't. I do. And that's something we got to figure out, though. We got to start moving or something.
Yeah, we have to. I feel like, you know, maybe seminars or something like that, meetups. Even if we do something fun like Pittsburgh Artist Cookout or Pittsburgh Entertainment Cookout, just for everybody to come together and vibe. Because also I feel like in Pittsburgh, you know, because a lot of people who are from here are used to the weird vibes, you automatically assume when you meet somebody else that do what you do, they're weird or they have a weird vibe. Mm-hmm. But when you actually sit down with that person, they're cool. So that's why I feel like a little get together maybe could help the city a little bit. But you know, it takes an army for that. Yeah. You can't just do it 2-4 people. It takes an army.
You just only can do what you can do one step at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. But we know who ain't taking one step at a time is Diz the Poet, because he dropped that fire, okay? Now, do you have any other music videos lined up? I know you dropped Shine not long ago.
Yeah, I dropped Shine not long ago. I plan on slowing down with the writing and the studio time and start doing more videos to the music I have. I have a lot of music out. I need a lot of visuals to go with them.
Yes, definitely. I think visuals would be dope. A lot of people like visuals. I remember back in the day when I was watching 106 in Park. That was my favorite. And I wish that, you know, I kind of wish Pittsburgh had something like that for real. Yeah. Like a little 106 in Park thing. That would be fun. But see, we got so many ideas, you guys. We could talk for days. But before we do, I must ask you, do you have any special shout outs that you want to give to anybody?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Get Ducats.
Get Ducats.
Out for Ducat Records. I want to give a shout out to God's Hand, the producer that produced a lot of the fire tracks I'm on. Give a shout out to Nelse, the first lady of Poetry in Motion. Mm-hmm. Give a shout out to Lissa. Give a shout out to Tara J and Nelse D. You know what I mean? Power couple in Pittsburgh.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Give a shout out to DJ Chevy.
Chevy.
There's so many.
There's so many, y'all.
There's so many.
I be the same way. I be like, woo. Shout out to everybody doing their thing in Pittsburgh.
Yes, shout out to everybody doing their thing in Pittsburgh.
Yes, each and every one of y'all.
From promoter to producer to artists.
To dancers.
Yes.
Everybody who helps keep the show going here in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? And now, if somebody was to start a music career today or tomorrow, and they wanted your honest opinion on some feedback, what would your feedback or advice be to them?
Keep your eyes and ears open. Don't believe everything you see or hear. Try to get yourself a good team.
That part.
Keep open communication.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Be on time. Because time is money.
Yeah.
And, you know, be business minded. Stay business minded. You know what I mean? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
That part. ... Okay? You ain't never lie. And I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of people don't realize that if it don't make money, it don't make sense. And just to feed off of what you were saying, a lot of music artists I see on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter complain about, as a music artist, they're not getting paid. But there's a lot of stuff that go into that. Mm-hmm. One, having your paperwork. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't ask for anything until your paperwork is right. That's like saying you want to start a new job but ain't filling out the paperwork to start the job. Like, it don't work right. You ain't gonna get your coins. And then let's say your paperwork is right. Time is money again. You cannot sign up for a show, say you're gonna be there, promote it on the flyer, and you don't show up. That's gonna ruin your coins. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it. But like he said, not everything makes sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense, and you're not forced to do it. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like if you're a music artist, like you probably would agree, you know, at your first year, 2, maybe even 3, you'll do showcases just to get the name out there. But then you'll get to a point where, okay, you're tired of doing the same performances. You know you're ready for something bigger, but it starts with you making that change. You know what I mean? Like, it's not wrong with asking to be paid, but don't go from making $0 to perform to, I want $1,000.
No, it's levels to everything.
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like, as a music artist, like, just honest opinion, do you feel like where you are right now with music, you're ready to get paid for shows and everything?
Yes.
Period. Definitely. Now, let's say today or tomorrow, a promoter books you in a different city and says, hey, did you try to come out fly out and do a show? We're paying you. You down?
Yes.
I know that's right. And let's say you can only take one dope artist to go with you. Who you taking?
I'll make that decision at that time.
That's a good answer.
I ain't being on the spot like that. I work with 2 ladies.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, ladies. I don't want to smoke. But yeah, but and I ask that because, there's a lot of times it comes down to it like that, where you can have 2 people you love working with, but you gotta pick one. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I feel like
you also gotta see who's available.
That part.
And who will show.
Right. And also who would make sense for the show. Because like you said, let's say it's a trap show. You gonna want somebody trap.
Yeah. If it's a trap show, I'm taking Nobles. Mm-hmm. And if it's an R&B special, I'm taking Listen.
Facts. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because Noogs really, Noogs be ready. Mm-hmm. Listen too. So yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that one. Now, for the people who are tuning in, or the promoters out there that want to book you and get you paid, okay, where could they follow you on social media?
So I have a group on Facebook, Diz the Poet. I'm on Instagram, Diz_the Poet. I'm on X, Diz the Poet 412.
Yes.
That's about it.
Oh my God, I can't believe they renamed that X. It's killing me. I've been saying Twitter all day. Let us know, you guys, how y'all feel about them changing that name from Twitter to X. And also, make sure y'all go follow Diz the Poet on all social media and stream all his music on all major music platforms. Y'all tuned in to HotxXMagOnlineRadio. We ain't done yet. Y'all better stay tuned. Let's go.